How you doing? Sorry, I'm messing with my settings here. Cool. Do you guys, you do see the screen pop up when I put it there? Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna turn that off. So that y'all don't have to see that. I'm gonna take a couple ibuprofen real quick and deal with my headache. And we'll get going. Might as well watch this little cutscene. Pretty cool. Bloodborne was the first game I ever got on PS4, and PS4 was the first system I bought with my own money. So, pretty early on. I don't know when this game was released, actually. I do think I got this game early 2015. I believe it was March that this game was released. So I got it around April-ish, if I had to guess. And we're gonna have to delete this one, which is fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've come to the right place. Yarnum is the home of blood administration. You need only unravel its mystery. But there's an outsider like yourself to begin. Easy with a bit of Yarnum blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
I do think this is probably my favorite game of all time. We're gonna just load the favorite, because why the hell not? This was for my old-ass caster character that I had. This one was a work in progress that I didn't like. It's my go-to. Might as well continue with our name we were using beforehand. Why does that say Milica Toast? Okay. I always thought it said Miliquescent, but... Guess I don't know what I'm talking about. We're starting Noble Scion. We're going to be aiming for a weapon in the game called the Rider Palash. It'll be a little while until we get it, but might as well start somewhere. Finalize that contract. So this is going to be a lore run. That means I am going to have to read all of the item descriptions. So if you don't like a lot of talking, I apologize.
Now, to begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
So as this is a lore run, I'm going to try not to talk during the cutscenes and stuff. So if you guys are making comments and stuff, I didn't ignore you. Not speaking during the cutscenes. Ugh. Blood vials to start. A little mechanic in this game. If you do a fully charged heavy attack, you can tell by the little gold white flash there. You can follow it up, or sorry, if you do a fully charged heavy attack to an enemy's back, it stuns them and puts them into a stagger state, letting you follow up with a pseudo grapple called a visceral attack that does high damage, based on your skill stat, which I'm going to be leveling in this playthrough. So our visceral attacks are always going to hit really hard. Back to the wall. Come on, buddy. Make an enemy. In my butt. fists in this game aren't exactly the greatest, as you can tell. I mean, they get the job done. But... There we go. I wasn't trying to open it. See, he dropped an item. Levers. Blood vials. Don't want to use the ones I have on hand. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get our first weapon here. Oh, 5 viewers. How's everybody doing? There is an NPC to talk to here. We're gonna be coming back in just a second to talk to him. Pick up a weapon first. Forgot about my stuff. Might have more for these now, but I'm gonna start with the. I'm gonna do the cane again. Let's do the cane again. We'll talk to the NPCs and complete our items.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
The way he paused before he said his name always makes me think that he doesn't quite remember. I'm not sure that's intentional.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
Let's see. Notes. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts. Lest the night carry on forever. Over here is very pretty, but there's these weird pillars off in the distance, coming out of the fog. We're basically on an island out in the middle of nothing, overlooking nothing. Really cool visual, but I don't really know what's going on out here. This is a land of dreams, so all of these messages that are popping up are just tutorials in this section, by the way. So. An abandoned doll. Okay. We got a couple items to read. Let's start. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers. Read the notes left to messengers in other worlds. And rate notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. This is an online use only item. Cannot use this item offline. This basically just lets lets us post messages for other players to see that could be helpful or detrimental depending on your intentions. I will probably end up reading some messages a couple times. I don't think I'll be posting any. If somebody does upvote your message, it usually translates to a heal in some capacity. If you're playing at the same time the message gets upvoted. Hunter's Mark, dangling upside-down rune etched in one's mind, symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. Blood echoes is our primary currency there in the top right corner. It's going to be what we're using to buy most items. It's going to be what we're using to level up. We will be dropping that when we die, and retrieving it when we go and kill the enemy that killed us. Molotov Cocktail. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts, and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. The Threaded Cane, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties, sufficiently deadly as a rigid-bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. Hunter Pistol, pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier response to attacks. The black armor set typically has similar little clips here, but this is a hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? The foreign garb. This is not typical clothing for Yarnum. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yarnum from afar. The Sully bandages. A faint memory recalls blood ministration, involving the transfusion of unknown blood. These are terribly worn and unsanitary. Not typical clothing of Yarnum. Perhaps it is foreign in origin. Yeah, I already read that. And that is all we have on our person right this moment. We'll be doing little readings intermittently. These tombstones just let you teleport to lamps that you find throughout the world. Bloodborne's fast travel system. So we're going back to Central Yarnum. I forgot to read our Blood Vial and Quicksilver Bullets or tab. I'll do that when we return.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. My good word, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time with it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand it if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. I've heard you say, never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood administration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east deep within lies the hand-hard pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's
We'll be talking to you later. Just barely protects him enough against my weapon to be effective. Different use cases for every situation. Now let's see if I die to the execution. Time in a row. Great. Got stuck. Feel sketchy at all? Block. This is quite awkward. That's why. Fighting the camera more than fighting the not need to make that as difficult as it was. All that for 3 blood vials. Really drops some rare material. We're gonna take this path because walking into the middle of that town square with a billion guys there doesn't really seem particularly nice to my health pool. Burning a big beast there, they crucify that thing. So hounds are really notorious in From Software games. If you've played Elden Ring and are familiar with that game, hounds in that game are significantly less of a pain in the ass than in anything else From Software has made. In Dark Souls 3, they will literally teleport behind you as long as they're not on in your camera view. They will flicker towards your location because they hate you. So, I will always kill the dog first if I can because they are problematic. Oh, I will have to fuck with my audio settings then. Alright. I'm not really in a safe place here. I have to mute myself for a second. I apologize if I just flashbanged you guys there. Is that better? I will await your response. What I should do with that. I almost forgot about these. Yeah, fair enough.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. How you poor, poor thing. I don't reckon you're from Bloodborne.
Not exactly polite, are they? There is... I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Are you that outsider? Are you that was trotted?
Not exactly nice people.
How's your car? You'd open the door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now.
I don't want to get eaten by the monsters. Look at this guy. He out in the middle of the fucking... He's big. I don't want to get eaten. That's crazy. You can hear the music box. Stab right. Yep. Here's the guy slamming on the door there. You can actually see the door rattle from the other side. I should have showed it off. We are going to equip that. Well, enemies don't like fire, so I'm not exactly here to make friends. That was sketchy. I got pretty lucky there, actually. Why did you move up? You never do. Ooh. Don't really want to mess with those guys. They will eat me. I'm gonna take a secret route. Find some loot. Ladder here. Ignore the ladder, because I hate life. And it's just faster. Where are you at? There he is. Howdy, boss. Doing this just fine the other day. All of a sudden, I can't shoot. So the other way to get visceral attacks in this game is to parry your enemy. Guns in this game aren't really like designed to do damage. I mean, there are a couple that do, but they're more so designed to stagger opponents and get a follow-up. He lived. That's unfortunate. I have to deal with that in a second. Before he falls down. Oh, did the fall damage kill him? Nice. Hit his tail. Looks so far, doesn't it? That's good. Sorry, fly just flew in my mouth. Well, that was nasty. Ugh. Okay. Gross. Yeah. Armor's that. Fun mechanic that I neglected to mention. When you get hit in this game, you leave like a pinkish, reddish section of your health that is recoverable health. You have to hit an opponent in order to get some of that back. I did not do that very well. That was kind of bad. You can kind of see there. Every weapon has a different stat on how much health you get back per hit. It's called Rally. If you land a visceral attack in that time, you recover all of that. So that's why I've just been kind of getting laid out on my ass and rolling back at the enemy to get that. So, I want my health back. Anything in my butt? Good. We are taking a slightly different route from last time. Mostly just because I wanted access to a little bit earlier. We're gonna be running back all the same. Weird. Whip doesn't really give me a lot of rally. Snow bacon, well. Missing the pig. Is that helpful? Not particularly appetizing. People are... So, I'm gonna see if this can happen. We'll see. I'll tell you about it if it doesn't. Nope. Most of the time, if you come up that ladder just the right way, that guy will hit himself with a boulder, knock himself on the ass, almost kill him. But, no luck that time. A little sad. But he did kill all of his buddies down there. So it works for me. We're gonna take a weird roundabout path through here, but this is a checkpoint for boss fight coming up. We've got a different boss fight I want to do before that, but might as well start here. Really need to kill these guys, but really? Y'all need to relax. You're gonna walk away from me? I don't think I'm gonna control in that angle. A little bit early. Ragdoll. Okay. Let's be right out of his aggro range. Can't really visceral that on the stairs. This is so scuffed. Blood bullets. So, you notice I stabbed myself before I healed myself there? I converted some of my HP into blood bullets. I got 5 additional bullets. And then I healed myself. I get slightly more health than I did damage to myself for blood vial whenever I do that. So it's always worth it if I'm just missing a tiny chunk of health for me to make some bullets first. There is a little piece of lore here, so we do have to read that. When the hunt began, the healing trist left us, blocking the great bridge to Cathedral Ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. I don't want to go back quite yet. My brain saw a lamp and was like, oh, I need to go over there and turn that on. Yeah, I don't need to do that. So here's the question. Do I continue through the area and go and grab the rest of the stuff, or do I go and fight that boss now? Probably not a bad idea to go and grab the rest of this stuff, so well, there's going to be a lot of backtracking in these early phases of the game, unfortunately. You know, that's the way the game handles. We'll get there, we'll get there. Small section.
Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. But if you want to top your asses, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what would it be? Are you going to tell me you're not?
Don't have anywhere to tell you to go.
Should have known. Yes, good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That little good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you?
You certainly
Go and stop it. I know all your tricks.
are. Rude old lady. Funny how some of the voices can tell she's an old lady. Mommy? I mean, hello.
A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter.
A hunter.
Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts? No matter. Without fear in our hearts, a little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here?
A hunter must hunt.
Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
Alright, if you say so. My bad. If we were doing a straight dex-based run, I would kill her immediately. But we are not. Reinbach the Third, thanks for the follow. Let's see if I can land on this guy this time. I know you come down these stairs. Light? Actually clean down. Thank you for the bullets. Love the sound of skittering under my feet. Where was I first? Don't really want these guys being the other one is all the way over there. You are way not where you're normally at. These the guys with guns like have a 90% drop rate on bullets, and maybe it's 100%. I don't think I've ever seen them not drop bullets before. It's kind of insane. Okay, you remember those corpses we dropped from the ceiling earlier? They're down there. The only way to get there is from here, so. Take a little detour. Looking at me with those big ol' eyes. That's what I was here for. One. What's that? Could have two at this point. I just missed a pickup. All the upgrade materials I can get. Okay. Almost done here. Get in the inventory. Stole that bird's rock. How's he gonna get the ladies now? We go the other secret way. And let's say hi to Grandpa. Hey, Gramps. Oh, I completely fucked that up. Didn't. He lived. I'll find your mother.
Really? Oh, thank you. Mum was a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You wrote it. Oh, and I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her the music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum says that he can never live without it.
Dad has Alzheimer's. Okay. We will use one of these items I forgot to pick up. Hell yeah. Put these on. We already read the Molotov thing. I might use all of these, so I want to make sure to read these. When the urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. Fire, big good to hunters. Hunters love fire. I'm gonna take a little side route here. So this is a not very commonly known route. Speedrunners often use. And they actually run through this area. Right here. This puts us back over by the crotchety old lady. This way I can avoid running right in the middle of those two hounds. Go upstairs. Back to the... do get some bullets as well. And we will we're gonna kind of cheese the dogs a little bit just because they're more hassle than they're worth when there's two of them. A little confused. Got the spirit. Come on, pupper. You got it. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to fight both of you at the same time. Get a lot of help and you're a pain in my ass. I'm cheating, I know. I mean, not really, but... They can fight. Ow. Weird just response. Fell through the floor. anything? You're just gonna stay 30 miles away? Okay. Okay, he just missed. Oh, wait. Do it again. Not that one. You wait on those stuff. Yeah. These guys up. Because I'm streaming. I can't play because you guys are looking at me. Ball trap. Always is. Always. What's up, fucker? Dodge sideways here. Head's still covered in hair. There it goes. This is breaking it. Hit. That. Lighting the camera. Ollie. Hit. Hit. Burn all the Molotovs. Why the hell not? Wait. Clearly. Well, that was the tutorial boss. He put up more of a fight than I liked. The cat is on my desk. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to play Bloodborne? You want to kill some beasts? Hmm? Hmm? Oh, the doll's looking at me funny. I don't like it. Don't you hate it when your inanimate object starts staring at you? Yeah, me too.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you, to embolden your sickly spirit.
Oh, that's what that pervy old man meant. He didn't mean to, like... he meant to level up. Okay.
Did you speak with Gehrman? He was a hunter long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Should I just invest in, like, a lot of levels? I've never been one to put very much investment into health.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I like to live life on the edge. Bye. Upgrade the cane. And we'll get there. Didn't take any durability damage. Let's see if we can find... He's snoozing. So this shop up here uses insight. So that's our second currency there. It's got the eyeball icon next to it. Insight does a lot of interesting stuff for us later in the game, depending on how much we have. So there's particular bosses that become significantly easier if you have no insight. Insight in this game is literally how much you can perceive. It's how much you know about esoteric things or arcane things. If you're familiar, if anyone's in here familiar with H.P. Lovecraft, the more you know, the more mad you are. Because everything kind of comes with a double-edged sword. That's kind of the concept here. The guys down here, they buy stuff with blood echoes. So it's going to be my primary shop. And I can get a whole bunch of different weapons, but none of them are the weapon I actually want to use. Get some armor. Probably end up buying that armor later. Right now... we might as well buy buy one of everything, right? I am going to use all of this cold blood in a second, as we need to read some stuff. We read the Hunter's Mark, we read the Notebook. Silencing Blank. Hunters are linked by the resonance of bells with special encoded timbres. This inaudible burst dispels such resonance. Fire to end cooperation and prevent further cooperation. Firing this does not disrupt the resonance of a sinister bell. This is a co-op item. This basically just kicks anybody you're playing with out of your world. But in lore, the people, like the other players you would summon with these bells, are literally different variations of you from a different timeline. Dark Souls does something very similar. It's like alternate dimensional bullshit. Great old bell discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special sign to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. A human must use insight to ring this uncanny bell, but the benefits of cross-world cooperation are many. Madman's knowledge. Skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones, used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. For posterity being in death, or afterlife. Thick cold blood. A thick droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes, used to gain a larger amount of blood echoes. A strong will produces thick blood, doubtless the product of obsession, a potent source of human strength. Droplet of cold blood gaining, hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude, for their victims. This is an item we'll be using in a second. We got this from that little girl earlier. Small music box received from a young Yarnum girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly: Viola and Gascoigne. Shining coins. Various coins that are particularly luminous. These are very few uses for spare change throughout the hunt, but these will serve as a guide through the darkness, or one could save them until morning, if it ever comes. Dangling upside-down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood. Echoes, a trick that seems nearly too good to be true. Small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade, one of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapon. Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply in Yarnum. They produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is the more intoxicating. Bloodstone shards, a solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. So these are grown out of people, just the same as the cold bloods. It's just different uses. One gives blood echoes, and one doesn't have any purpose for blood echoes, but they use it to reinforce their weapons. The Saw Hunter badge, a badge crafted long ago at the workshop, attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church, the silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. And the old hunter bell. One of the resonating bells that crosses the gap of worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. The old hunters who have long passed from the dreams but cannot forget the feeling of the hunt rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring the bell at their side and they are certain to give a listen, for the night of the hunt is long and unchanging. Saw cleaver, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used for the hunting business. The saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw with its set of blood-letting teeth has become a symbol of the hunt and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. Commonly used by those who dedicate themselves. So, certain weapons in this game have a hidden tagline called Serrated. Saw cleaver, saw spear, and believe the transformed state of the threaded cane are serrated weapons, meaning they deal more damage against beasts. Torch. A common torch found by wrapping a pine resin-drenched cloth around the end of a stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest of nooks, but also certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. We've got the hunter attire since last. One of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. Fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnum's beastly threat. Recognizable by its weathered feathers, this cap is fashioned after one of the old hunters. Allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night. The cape is used to wipe away blood. It has practical use. These all say the same. Okay. I am gonna... Can I sell these instead? Yeah, those same value. No, they are not the same value. Okay, that changes a lot. So, please go and level up real quick, and we head back out for the second boss. Well, first real boss. I'll show you something at the Great Bridge while we're here. I forgot to look at blood vials again. So, this door here, remember they closed off the door to block people from going to the healing church? It's this right here. If I go in here and I throw a shiny coin, it sticks in the wall, and throw the second one. We'll come back to those later. Assuming I don't die to gas. I'm just gonna kind of dodge things here as we got a particular enemy in mind here. He hit himself that time. I did a lot of damage. Let's see if I can see. So I guess it hasn't really been expressly stated, but it has been heavily implied. All of these beasts that we're fighting were once people. Oh, he laid me out. I haven't actually heard that voice line in a very, very, very long time. Up. Problematic, but good balls. Just opening a door here. Great Odin. Key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Odin. Beyond the tomb, Odin Chapel can be found in the center of Cathedral Ward. Only today the church is abandoned. Some say that the residents of Odin have all gone mad. Woman's bright red brooch, engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter used to change into a blood droplet gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tools, various weapons can be fortified. Miss Viola, I'm sorry. Your husband murdered you dead. Do not recognize him. The Bergenwood spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism. Just a second way of upgrading your weapon. Welcome to Bloodborne Lore. Lord Gundar, thank you for the follow. Is it Gundar or is it Gundar? I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. Screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here of the chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
If you say so, creepy man. Where your legs at? Or don't look. crude wooden shield used by the masses who have arisen to join the hunt. Hunters do not normally employ shields, ineffectual against the strength of the beasts that they tend to be. Shields are nice, but not if they engender passive. Name of the game is be aggressive. You outbeast the beast. That's the idea. Not bad. Thought you were gonna do a little animation. Thought he was gonna do that. USB. Grab. Good. Save the offer. As we're using the cane, we have to wear the top hat. I don't make the rules. Ow. Really don't want to didn't get the tone. Ow. Okay. So those big guys, when he does the big slam like that and he stays on the ground for a while, his leg bone literally pops out of his leg and you can hit it and stagger him. It's kind of hard to do because of the rest of his hitbox covers it up pretty well, but it is a thing. There, there. Ow. A lot of blood on it. That was weird. Madness. Ah, don't get hit by the fall. The Wandering Madness getting away. It got away. Fuck. Okay. Great. Remember that door I was talking about earlier? There's that door. It leads right out back to the other side of the bridge there. But if I had left the shining coins, you'd be able to see them sparkling through the door. Pretty cool. I'm gonna actually do this real quick, and we're gonna see if we can't get that Wandering Madness to respawn. Oh, what do you mean game install is incomplete? Uh-oh. Alright, well, it looks like I'm going to have to end that one there, and I'm going to have to do some technical mumbo-jumbo. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Alright. Take it easy.